What's up, everybody? Welcome to the first ever Adorama Replay. I'm Josh Saleh. We're talking all the greatest news of the past week, and we've seen some pretty crazy things. Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel getting delayed. On top of that, Steam Deck gets Xbox Game Pass support, a new PS Plus subscription tier, which is insane on its own, especially if you want to play those PlayStation and PSP games, and so much more. Let's get into it. Something that we all hope was not going to happen, but in the end did. Looks like the sequel to Zelda Breath of the Wild has been delayed to spring of 2023. Now, a lot of Zelda fans were wondering if this game were to come out this year because they didn't really give us a window. But now we have official news that it's not going to be out until spring of 2023, just like Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League was also delayed around that time frame. Now, we don't have a month, but we do have a season, which will be spring. This is good news. This is great. You know, I'd rather have them take a lot of time for this, for them to come out with it, because we know how big and massive of a scale Breath of the Wild is. We can only imagine how big this one's going to be. There was a video released alongside this delay saying that, you know, you're not only going to play on the ground, but the air and wind travel is possible, and they will give even more details on things that you can unlock and cool ways of traversing the map. So our eyes are going to be on this. I'm guessing we're probably not going to see something for an update until maybe the summer, but who knows. And speaking of the summer, this one was pretty crazy, this next bit of news, because a lot of people, now I don't know if they saw this coming or what, but E3 will not be holding a physical or digital show in 2022. A lot of people were hoping that they would take a year off, especially because COVID has really hurt E3, and even pre-COVID has been kind of an interesting E3 showcase, not really showing the greatest games, with PlayStation and Nintendo having their own showcases in the summer and kind of separating themselves and distancing themselves from E3. So now E3 is taking a year off, no physical or digital show. I'm hoping that they'll come back in 2023 and maybe even 2024. Who knows how long they'll need, but E3 definitely has some things they need to work out before they start up again. So I'm unsure if this is canceled for good, but it is, as of now, no show, physical or digital, in 2022. And that asks some questions. Will we see more of a keynote from Xbox, Nintendo, and PlayStation, and even other parties like Ubisoft, EA, stuff like that? Will we see more developer conferences than we will one giant conference like EA, or like one giant conference like E3? So we'll see what goes on with that. No E3. It is sad. I have some amazing memories of being at E3. Hopefully when they do come back, you'll have a chance to go and be a part of that. All right, a huge bit of news. PlayStation Plus launches in June. All new PlayStation Plus, 3 flexible memberships. Now, what does that mean? Let's check it out and go into detail. So you have the PlayStation Plus Essentials, which is essentially the exact same as the current PS Plus that you have now. You get 2 monthly downloadable games, exclusive download discounts, cloud storage for saved games, and online multiplayer access. There's no change in pricing for this. If you're in the United States, it's still going to be $10 a month, $24.99 quarterly, and $59.99 yearly. Now, this is where it gets to change. PlayStation Plus Extra. This is going to give all the benefits of the previous tier that we just mentioned, which is just like PS Plus, but it's going to add a catalog of 400, now there's an asterisk there, 400 of the most enjoyable PS4 and PS5 games. Now, what does that mean? 400 with an asterisk. What games is that included? And I know a lot of people are waiting to know before they decide to buy this. Now, this doesn't come out till June, so they do have some time to announce some games. And it does go to show, will they take off games? Will they switch it out? What does that mean? So the pricing is $14.99 a month, $39.99 quarterly, and $99.99 yearly. Now, if they have some big games on there that, you know, like Midnight Club, Splinter Cell, NBA, 2K games, Madden, old school Madden games, if they have the God of War franchise on there, Uncharted franchise, Ratchet and Clank, and there's so many more games that I'm forgetting right now. But if they have all of those games and more, 400, that's a big list. That's a pretty great deal for it. So really excited to see. The games in the extra tier are downloadable, so you can download them to your console, play them anywhere. So that is a great, called PlayStation Plus Extra. Now the third tier, PlayStation Plus Premium. Now all the benefits from the previous tiers that we mentioned, and adds up to 340 additional games from PS3, however, only available in cloud streaming. So you need to have an online connection to play those PS3 games. Just like the PS Now that they had, it should be similar to that. Also, a catalog of beloved classic games available in both streaming and downloadable options from original PlayStation, PS2, and PSP. Now, it's a mix of streaming and downloadable. We don't have a list of which is which, but PlayStation games, PS2 and PSP, this very much seems like the Nintendo Switch platform, that online platform where you could play N64, SNES games for an added cost. Now you get cloud streaming on all the original PlayStation, PS2, PSP, and PS4 games in the extra and premium markets. And you also get, now this is the biggest thing, timed limited game trials that will be offered in this tier, so customers can try demos of selected games before they buy it. I mean, we've been hoping for demos for a while. Now it isn't a tiered system, so you do have to pay for it, but for most of gamers out there, that's kind of worth it. Not only do you get hopefully an entire backlog of PlayStation, PSP, PS2, and PS3 and PS4 games, but now you get demos. Games like Forspoken or Ghostwire Tokyo, where you're on the fence, you're not sure if you're going to get it. That demo could really change your mind. After you play that, you're like, cool, I'm going to buy this. Now, monthly is $17.99, quarterly is $49.99, and yearly is $119.99. Let me know what you're thinking, what tier you're going to get, if it's the premium, the extra, or the essentials, if you're just going to stick with your essentials, or if you're going to move on to a higher tier, or maybe switch out with it when a big month comes out. Like, for example, February of 2022, we saw Sifu, Horizon Forbidden West, and Dying Light 2, and Elden Ring. If all those games in 1 month had all limited game trials, why not do it for 1 month, test those games out, and then switch back over to Essential, see what you like. Not a bad idea. So PlayStation just dropped a bombshell. I'm unsure if it's going to kind of combat Game Pass. I think Xbox Game Pass already has its niche, and PlayStation, it's great that they're adding this, but I'm not sure if they're trying to be a competitor to Xbox Game Pass, but just kind of offer a supplemental subscription service to their already huge game base. Another new game that was announced this week, which was really cool, that nobody actually saw coming, from Supermassive Games. It is called The Quarry. And now you play as 9 teenage counselors that are struggling to survive the night, just like their previous game from the Dark Pictures anthology, just like Until Dawn, those huge horror games that everybody loved, because everyone was going to have a different game. Did this person survive? Did that person survive? What happened when you did this? Now, these games are not forgiving. So if you miss on a QTE event, you will lose your character. And that's why so many people replayed it to try and get everyone to survive. Now, I'm really looking forward to this because I love Supermassive Games. They're incredible. I played a lot of the Dark Pictures anthology. Until Dawn continues to be in my brain as a gamer. Whenever you play a horror game, especially one of these where you can choose your own adventure, you don't forget something like that. Now, this is coming out on June 10th, so it's very, very soon. And it's a camp. It's a camp horror. You're 9 teenage counselors at a summer camp. And will they all survive? That's up to you. But an entire trailer got dropped just this week out of nowhere. I don't think anyone saw this coming. And it comes out on June 10th. The trailer's around 2 minutes long. There's tons of it. And I can only imagine how dark this is going to be, how scary it's going to be. I mean, hey, you know me and streaming games on AdoramaXP, especially horror games, so join us on the Twitch channel. When this game comes out, I'll go ahead and, I'll stream it. Link down there in the YouTube bio for that Twitch channel. Go ahead and check us out. There's more than just gaming. There's music and photography and more. Next up, we got news from the Steam Deck. Now, this was awesome. Seth and I were talking about this a couple weeks ago on Twitch for the Sunday show. The Steam Deck, will it get an Xbox Game Pass or not? Because that, I think, is going to be huge. If you can play the Xbox game library anywhere you want, I mean, you can already do that with your phone and with Xbox Cloud Gaming. But now if you could do it on a Steam Deck that is arguably more powerful than your phone, and maybe, you play wherever you want, that gives more incentive to get the Steam Deck, and I'm sure Valve wanted to sign that deal as soon as possible. Well, there you have it. Steam Deck now supports Xbox Game Pass and Cloud, thanks to help from Microsoft. We knew they were working together, and now it's officially working together. You can now play all your favorite Xbox Game Pass titles on the Steam Deck, which, if you were on the fence about the Steam Deck, that that's a home run in my book. Xbox Game Pass is one of the best gaming subscriptions. I think it's the only gaming subscription ever. Best gaming subscription in the world. And now that you have that on the Steam Deck, even more of a reason to get it. So check out the Steam Deck with that Xbox Game Pass. That is incredible. Moving on to some more news. Never thought I would say this in my life. Fortnite. The new season is out and there is no building. I didn't stutter. No, there is no building in Fortnite. Yes, you heard me correctly. They're doing an event right now. You can unlock Doctor Strange in the new Battle Pass, and there is no building. I played a little bit with some friends. It's incredible. I mean, it's hard to get used to from going from first-person shooters to third-person shooters over the shoulder. It's very hard to transition into that. I play keyboard and mouse, so that's kind of harder for me too because I think of first-person shooters, keyboard and mouse, but then I also think a controller is third-person. So sticking with the keyboard and mouse for third-person is a little bit jarring to me. I can only imagine how other people might go from a controller or vice versa, how that jarring could be for them as well. But now there is no building. It's a looter-shooter battle royale at this point. Now, one thing I do hope they do add, because you can now sprint and climb up buildings, it's hard to get down from them. There's no glider where you can just jump off a mountain and glide your way down or paraglide your way down like when you jump off the bus. You can't do that. Once you jump off a bus or once you jump off the mountain, jump off a roof, you're going to take fall damage and most likely have to be resurrected or respawned. So that's one thing I hope they add. I hope they add a paraglider so you can actually get around, much like in Apex Legends. There's no fall damage, much like Call of Duty. You can get a parachute and actually get around the map. That way it makes it easier for maneuverability and traversal in that map. So if you haven't played Fortnite yet and building maybe wasn't for you, now's the time to jump on Fortnite. Insane. I never thought I'd ever see the day that Fortnite does not get building. So there you go. You've seen it all at this point. All right, let's get into our next bit of news. PlayStation has acquired Haven Studios. Founded by Jade Raymond, less than a year they've been a studio. They have yet to develop a game. Yet they have now been acquired by PlayStation. Founded March 2021. By game executive Jade Raymond. Now, what has Jade Raymond worked on? Well, let's find out. Sims Online, Assassin's Creed 1, Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Bloodlines. Those are arguably the best Assassin's Creed games ever. Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Blacklist, Watch Dogs, Assassin's Creed Unity, Far Cry 4, Star Wars Battlefront 2, The Mighty Quest of Epic Loot. So tons of games, primarily with Ubisoft, worked with EA as well. Now, PlayStation is hoping to make a live service multiplayer. That's why they purchased Bungie, and that's essentially why they're buying Haven Studio as well. There's a rumor that Haven Studio is working on a new game in the next 2 years, so maybe we'll see something a little bit about that. Maybe a teaser trailer, maybe a rumor, who knows? But we are very curious to see what PlayStation is building. They're building an infrastructure with Bungie and now with Haven Studios to get a live service multiplayer game, maybe on the same scope as Destiny, maybe on the same scope as a World of Warcraft. Who knows? We don't know. But that would be a huge win for PlayStation because Xbox has kind of owned the live service multiplayer games. They've had a lot of them over the years. Now, PlayStation getting one of those, that would be a huge win for them. So we'll see what goes on with PlayStation and Haven Studios in the next couple years. Now, this is something I'm so excited for. A new Witcher game. I'm sorry. What? A new Witcher game? A new saga begins. We don't have much of it other than this teaser picture. Is it going to be Ciri? Is it going to be Geralt? I don't think it's going to be Geralt. There was they did announce that it's going to be a brand new Witcher area. One that we haven't seen before. So I don't think we'll see the same characters. I'm sure we'll see a bunch of Easter eggs in this. But the question remains, do you trust CD Projekt Red? Is this a day one purchase for you? Is this a pre-order for you? After what happened with Cyberpunk, do you maybe take a step back and wait to see what happens? Or because it's The Witcher and Witcher 3 was one of the greatest Witcher games of all time, do you go, no, I trust them, I'm immediately going to pre-order this as soon as I'm able to? So there's a lot of questions lingering around this. I'm really hoping as a huge Witcher fan that it's going to be successful and it's going to be amazing. I mean, who doesn't want that? Another incredible Witcher game for the franchise. I mean, will it be open world? Will it be as big as Witcher 3? A lot of people Witcher 3 is their favorite open world RPG next to Skyrim and Breath of the Wild. A lot of people couldn't get into Witcher 3 because it was a little convoluted and complex for them. The magic system, the mechanics was a lot to learn and a lot to get into. Is this going to be an easier Witcher game for those who maybe want to get into the series and that fantastical element? Or is it going to be in that same complex world where if you're already used to it, why change the book? So we're very curious to see what's going on with that, but that is a huge announcement for this week, and probably the biggest announcement this week. They kind of just dropped it. They just dropped it down. Here's a new Witcher game. There you go. Well, a new trailer came in. We're getting so many trailers this week. The Ghostbusters Spirit Unleashed has been revealed. New Ghostbusters game. Now, this looks like it's very much in the vein of Left 4 Dead, where you create your own or become your own ghost-busting team, going after ghosts. You're going around trying to catch ghosts. You have a team of 4, I believe. And you become a Ghostbuster, team of 4. There you go. Party with your friends, team up together. And here's where it becomes very much Left 4 Dead. You can also play as the ghosts going after the Ghostbusters. So there you have it, kind of like in that Left 4 Dead 2, where you can, Left 4 Dead 1 and 2, you can be the monsters and attack those who are, trying to stop and escape. Well, in this, you can have that player versus player mentality of being the ghost to attack the Ghostbuster. So I'm curious if there's going to be a campaign to this. I'm curious if there's going to be only multiplayer, if it's only going to be online. Can I just play solo? Do I have to play with friends? So there's a lot of questions in regards to this, but I'm super excited for this and where this is going to go. But if you're a huge Ghostbuster fan, how could you not be excited for this? It comes out, I believe, this year. And all the questions that I could be asking, there could be already answers for if there's already campaign, if it's online only. So there it is, Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed. More information, check it out, and there it is. So that is awesome. New Ghostbusters game. I know a lot of people love Ghostbusters. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is officially delayed to spring 2023. Now, we knew it was delayed till 2023, but now we do have a release window. It's going to be spring. So that's good. It's not going to be the end of the year or summer, fall type of area. It's going to be spring, so blink your eyes. It's going to be already spring 2023. Just you wait. Now, here is the weirdest bit of news I think I've ever seen. This is going to close out our show, y'all. Xbox and Paramount Pictures have revealed custom Sonic the Hedgehog 2 Series S. When I show you this, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What? Okay. Look, I'm not trying to judge it. I'm not. But furry controllers, is that a thing? I don't even know if that's a thing. It reminds me of the furry walls from that movie. So there you go. If you're looking for a furry controller, they are now made available, and they're not third party. They are Xbox made furry controllers for Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the movie. I love the console's dope. You can see that gold ring right around that, and you see Knuckles and Sonic right there in the front, and you have Knuckles and Sonic's controllers. If anyone gets this, please comment down in the video. Let me know what it feels like. Let me know what it's like. Do you recommend it? Let us know in the Discord. There's a link down below to join our Discord where we discuss all things gaming, photography, and more. Where if we don't respond in the comments, which we typically do, you can talk to us on the Discord, and you can talk to industry professionals in the Discord as well. So if you get it, take a photo, put it in the Discord, let me know, tag me. I'm sure Seth wants to be tagged too. Let us know what it's like, because my goodness, I never saw that coming. Call of Duty can't have multiple main maps because of the install sizes. They're too big. So no new maps in Call of Duty Warzone because the game's just too large. That's a ridiculous bit of news, but I just had to share it. Because that's just hilarious to me. Call of Duty just being like, sorry, our game's too big. We can't add more content. Well, I think you shot yourself in the foot there, Call of Duty. Y'all, this was the news on AdoramaXP. Join us for more. Let us know in the comments what news you love the most, which game you're looking forward to the most. Are you getting the furry controller? Are you not getting the furry controller? Join us on Twitch for more. Join us in the Discord. All the links are down there. And of course, AdoramaXP for all gaming content, y'all. I'm Josh Saleh. Have a great day.